Now recording.
I'm Llytic.
And I'm really upset that Craig's muted, so I had to do that myself. And today we're reading Fanfiction. Yay.
Yes, this is what are we reading? We are reading Time to Fix the Mistakes. Speaking of fixing mistakes, anyone here heard of the gotta fix fast hashtag?
What?
It has to do with like the new live action Sonic movie coming out, and the movie studio deciding, okay, we've heard what the fans have said, and we're going to be dealing with these mistakes. Hashtag gotta fix fast. Now, some of you out there might consider this a good thing if you're a fucking idiot who has no idea how animation works.
And then there's the rest of you who are degenerates who just turn Sonic into a girl.
Basically, the whole thing is that literally means that the animation team, which aren't the people at fault here, it's the people who are behind, who are doing design that are at fault. The animation team was merely told, okay, make a character model that looks like this design that we drew up. That's literally the whole thing. But basically, the animation team, who's already likely overworked and over budget at this point, because animation teams, when it comes to movies, which CGI is kind of important in movies nowadays, and yet they're like the people behind it are still easily the most underpaid of anyone. Basically, like they just what they'll have to do is they'd have to go through the entire movie and redo all of the animation that they've already done. Bear in mind, there has been no statement of we are pushing back the release date.
Yeah, actually, if they're changing the movie, they have to. Oh God.
So these people who are already like forced to be away from their family, like working like, over 12 hours a day, if not more, like having to do this, now have even more work forced upon them in a shorter time scale. And that's going to eat up money. I mean, these kinds of animation studios have a terrible habit of going bankrupt because of the studio telling them to change minor things, which cost a lot of money.
But I guess they presumably don't know cost as much because they're dumb head honcho executives?
Yeah, basically. And so it's the whole thing, is like, you have people like, oh, I created a new Photoshop of what Sonic should look like, just copy-paste this on the movie. It's like, it doesn't work that way.
Okay, you did one frame, now do the next one. And the next
now
one.
Do all of them. The average film is how many frames per second?
I thought everything was a generic 60.
Typically 60? Typical
Don't quote me on that.
length is, what, about 90 minutes, so we have 60 frames per second. We have, and then the seconds per minute will be 60 times 90. So that would be, say, 90 times 60. So that's about 5,400 seconds. And then we multiply that by the frames per second. So that means that we have 324,000 frames that need to be redone. On top of the fact of an entirely new character model having to be created.
Mm-hmm.
Which likely wouldn't even have like the same like joint structure. So you'd have to like completely retool the animation for that too.
Yeah, hold on though. Video, silent films, sound films, animation. Modern video standards. 60 hertz.
Hertz?
I don't know. Film is 24. Like it could, such as 24, 48, and 60. 60 would be shooting high.
Yeah.
24 and 48 would be shooting low.
Okay, so somewhere between those. So the high end would have been the 324,000.
Yeah.
Which, let me check the animation studio, because if I'm remembering right, this could really deal with some stuff. Because I'm trying to remember, it might be a Japanese animation studio. And if you don't know why that's an issue, people have been known to be literally worked to death at Japanese Japanese animation studios.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not like this. It's a serious issue. Let me see. Let's see. Production companies. The Blur. Wait. Mars Animation. Okay, so we have Blur Studios, which they're an American team, and we have Marza Animation Planet, which is Japanese.
Ah.
So there's a good chance that some people at Marza Animation Planet might be dying of exhaustion.
Slowly cursing the fans for hating just the simple look of this movie.
And it's not like fixing the character model is going to fix the movie. It's probably going to be a shit movie anyway because it's Paramount hopping on a trend.
Yeah.
Literally Paramount trying to, like, cash in on, like, that fucking, like, Detective Pikachu money.
And the trailer for it is just nasty. I don't even like what they did with Robotnik.
Named Jim Carrey?
Yes.
Oh god, that was stupid.
Robotnik's supposed to be an evil genius, not some guy who works for the fucking government.
We are talking about, like, something that just turned into a generic, cop main character movie.
Is that what that is? I guess the character was just a new cop.
Yeah, yep, guy's a cop. That's all there is to him. Because apparently those are movies that people enjoy. Yeah, it's just another stereotypical live action animated character film. That just so happens that this time, instead of it being like the Smurfs or Garfield.
Or Hops.
It's a video game character.
Yep, he even did the whole thing like, he's out of this world, he's scary looking, ooh.
Like, don't even get me started on the Brazilian Woody Woodpecker one. Because apparently Woody Woodpecker is real popular in Brazil.
Yeah, I've seen the reviews for that. Oh boy.
Why does that exist? But yeah, so any of you people out there celebrating about Sonic getting redesigned in this movie, don't. Don't. Not only is it not going to fix the movie, but you've also just fucked over the lives of 2 animation teams.
I don't know, let's look on the good side. Maybe this will cause Paramount to go away for like, maybe a year or 2.
Yeah, but they just recently made a good Transformers movie.
Shit! And they're not gonna go away, ugh.
Of course they're not gonna go away, they're one of the bigger production companies. Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, basically, the gotta fix fast thing is just making the lives of the animators harder. That's all it's doing. It's not going to save the movie. It's not going to save anything. It's just going to further drive animation teams into debt. That's all it's going to do.
Maybe people want the Sonic to look better so they can jack off to it.
I mean, people are already doing that regardless.
Oh my gosh, have you seen like the female edits for it?
There have been that for the actual movie?
Yes, they've turned Sonic into a girl.
I knew they already do that online. I didn't know they did it already for the new movie.
No, not for the movie. I just mean like
okay.
the people doing the Photoshop thing, they're turning them into a girl.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought there were actually people out there.
That'd be a really different movie then.
I thought there were people out there getting off on Sonic's disgusting human teeth.
I mean, somebody probably has, let's be real. People want to impregnate
I mean,
Sonic.
if anything, he should have hedgehog teeth.
Do I want to know more about hedgehog teeth?
Well, for one, they're primarily carnivorous.
Ooh, spiky teeth.
I mean, technically, insectivorous, but god damn it, I want actual hedgehog teeth.
So you want Sonic with spiky teeth. You want a spiky boy with a spiky mouth.
Oh, yep, here we go. Here's a screaming hedgehog.
I
Just
thought we
an
were
angry boy.
Angry boy. He's an angry boy.
He's an angry boy.
No, it's also an angry boy? Me. Because I can't see my forehead.
Oh, have you tried looking up?
I just see the ceiling.
I meant with your eyes.
I don't smile. Are you trying to say I've got a fat forehead, buddy? Huh? You're saying just because I look up I see my fat fucking forehead? Well, I'm sorry if your forehead's so fat you can do that, because mine's not, buddy.
I mean, I can just kind of see my eyebrows, but...
You know what an eyebrow isn't? Your forehead. But you know what an eyebrow's part of? Your forehead. Checkmate, atheist.
Oh god!
Yeah, I found a Sonic edit for his teeth that had spiky ones, like, you know, a hedgehog.
I think that's just him missing teeth.
Yeah, like they only left his canines in. That's really what that looks like.
Oh, let's see if I can find one with actual spiky teeth.
Oh my gosh.
Sharp tooth Sonic edit. A hedgehog dentist agrees Sonic's human teeth are not cute.
Oh my gosh, I forgot how, like, hard people memed, like, the Sonic trailer.
Well, I tried searching, but I ended up getting a picture of Venom from the movie. Moe Fangs.
Moe Fang Sonic? Oh my gosh.
No, just, girl with Moe Fangs.
Damn it.
One of the T-Rex things from Land Before Time. A lot of ponies. We have Sonic
Ponies
the
with
Werehog.
fangs? This is important information. Are people giving horses fangs?
Yes.
Oh god, no.
It's that, like... Oh god!
You gotta Danny delete that.
I don't know the names of any of these, but it's the shadowy one. That's like the sister of the one with moon powers.
The sister of the... Okay, so the white rainbow one has the sun powers, the dark shadowy one has the moon powers, and her name is Luna.
Okay, so it's Luna. Like I said, I don't have a fucking clue who these people are.
You know who does? Me, because I'm a fucking degenerate.
The characters that have sharp teeth and there's not really an explicable person for it. They're just there, then roll thumbs up.
Oh my gosh, you just gave me a perfect idea.
Sharp-toothed anime girl.
Yeah, I want to make a sharp-toothed anime girl, but it's like a slice of life kind of manga or anime, and then around like maybe chapter 5 or something, you like go up to her house and she ends up being like a fucking cannibal.
Oh god! I'm trying to think, is like, most of the times I've seen characters like that, I don't think there's an explanation. Like, what is that in universe? I think I've seen one. It was merely stated that she had, like, it merely stated that she had, like, crooked teeth or something like that. Okay. But,
the only other sharp-toothed anime I remember is the vampire one. From, you know, that's self-explanatory. Vampire have sharp teeth.
Which vampire one?
No, it's from a Monster Girl one about that guy who is like a high school teacher.
Oh, okay, yeah. Interviews with Monster Girls. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was just the single fang, though.
Yeah, because she's a single vampire. Got it? But I mean, get it? But
I was trying to think, wait, shit, which one are you talking about? Rosaria plus vampire?
There's a lot of vampire anime girls.
Let's see, My Monster Secret?
But how many of them are moe?
I don't know. My Monster Secret has it to where, like just a complete and total idiot. No, like, in the best way, though. Like, she literally just has, like, 2 rows of sharp teeth and then the long fangs.
Rows upon rows of sharp teeth.
And then, like, also had massive bat wings.
Jesus Christ.
And her father was revealed to be like 20 foot tall. And it was stated that he was normal height in high school, so it's like, wait. Wait. How is this gonna turn out?
You just reminded me of the, like, chapter of Dragon Maid I just read the other day.
I need to get up to date on that one.
Because, like, Toru is going around, like, asking people how to, like, make certain, like, dishes of food.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets to the point where she asks her father.
Oh, God.
But it's like, he just sits there for, like, 3 rounds just going, eh? 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 Then there's a pause, and he's like, can't it be simple?
Angry Dragon. Anyway, we haven't even started yet.
Yep.
That really tells you how much we want to deal with this shit.
It also means, Tom, where are you? Help!
Anyway, again, reading time for mistakes. Terrible, terrible Harry Potter fanfiction made by an angry shipper.
The best kind of shippers.
We are on September 30th, December 19th, 2018, of Chapter 1.
Which day is it?
Today?
No, is it September 30th or December 19th?
Through December 19th.
So you're telling me this...
Wait, why is it what?
Yeah. Is, like, Harry just, like, time traveling for this entire thing?
I never got that. Well, no, that'd be going forward. Like, I think it's be aging.
Yeah. I mean, unless this one, like, has, like, a time skip at some point, or... Never mind, this is just dumb.
Harry had both disappeared from Wizarding World and become totem for its continued change. People realized they agreed with what Harry wanted to do, but no longer had him around to do simple, impossible things he attempted on a monthly basis. Other people began to step up. You're gonna have a dance-off?
I really hope, like, this was an actual good story where, like, just a bunch of random people start becoming... Like, this is just a passing of the torch story. But no, I'm pretty sure this is not it. Anyways...
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were just gonna say, I really hope. Like, and just leave it there as like, this is a dance-off? I really hope.
I hope so.
Can't challenge everyone to a dance-off. Hey, rule of averages. Eventually someone's gonna say yes.
Harry was still around, though no one knew it. He found his mind locked in the past. Gotta go back to the past, Samurai Harry. Not just on his most recent personal tragedy, but the one that had stolen his parents from him as well. It was a bit easier to think of his parents' tragedy rather than the recent bitter one Harry had felt.
He read trial transcripts from the Death Eater trials.
He read family histories. What?
Do you only need to use the word trial once there?
So how would... So you mean take out the... He read the trial transcripts? You know a way to, like, make it use the first trial, but not the last one.
Yeah, either to write it, he read the transcripts from the Death Eater trials, or he read the trial transcripts pertaining to Death Eaters.
I see. That's coverage, man.
Either one of those would have worked better.
It's still Chapter 1, technically. They're just still really angry when they wrote this. He read family histories. The Boons! The Prewits, the McKinnons, and the history of the 11 old wizarding families that had been completely extinguished during the First War.
He read reports from orphanages and the appropriate volumes of the Annals of Hogwarts. I guess it's appropriate that we're one letter off from anal, because it feels like I'm getting fucked.
Ooh. Don't worry, it'll be over soon if we keep distracting ourselves.
Granted, I think I'd prefer to be... Oh, God damn it.
I mean, trolls have both things, right? Where's that really angry, I'm gonna toss you through the moon person?
True. I'm pretty sure she's in another solar system at the moment.
Shut up, you're Mr. Spacey Boy. Don't act like you can't get over there.
Well, yeah, I can. it's just a whole thing. She's thief of rage, so that's where the issue comes in.
Well, she can steal all your rage that you're accumulating from this. That's even
She's
better.
completely calm so long as there's nobody around.
Well, then fucking throw a rock at her. Teleport over there and be like, hey, fuck you, and then throw a rock at them.
I prefer to not lose more planets.
She's in another solar system. Who cares about that one?
There might be a life on it. Never fucking know.
I mean, that'd be really helpful to know. I'm pretty sure if there was spacey... You know what? Fuck it. Never mind. If you're not going to do it, then I will. I'll just send them... I'll send them space mail.
You're going to send her space mail.
Yes. Please punch Llytic in the thanks. Hugs and kisses. Fuck you.
You know what? Fuck, I might as well let you try to contact a Violet like that.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
That won't go horribly wrong.
Exactly. See, you get it. Is it my life?
It's not like she'll beat me to death using your corpse.
I'll already be dead at that point, so who cares?
And thousands of pages of bureaucratic output from the Ministry of Magic decades earlier.
Then you went to the Ministry's secure archives and retrieved old
Archives.
archives.
God damn it!
And retrieved the Aurora report. The Aurora report. Fuck. He looked at individual battles and tactics they claimed to use, and all of them.
Minutia.
Minutia. What the hell does that mean?
Just all little fine details.
So it's sort of like saying minute details.
Basically, yeah.
Alright.
Ares' perception as the world began to change.
The Death Eaters used unforgivables and killed innocents. The Auroras used unforgivables, and sometimes people were hurt in the crossfire from the Ministry's actions.
You know, I feel like they almost are trying to do something interesting here. Almost. Oh, the Auroras aren't quite great people. Here's the problem, though. The Death Eaters were basically wizard Nazis. And, yeah, it's easy to use, Nazi illusions or whatever, but in this case, they were literally, made using, Nazi metaphor and shit,
Really?
That imagery was specifically used in, their persecution of the Muggles and shit.
Oh.
That's the whole thing. The fact that they had, all different Muggle-borns suddenly put on a list.
I need to get my Harry Potter and my Nazi history lessons.
It's all that sort of shit.
Yeah. I think if I actually read a book on the Holocaust and then read what you were talking about in Harry Potter book, it'd make a bit more sense to me.
Then, granted, it's typically pretty easy now, especially nowadays, for people to suddenly just have every villain compared to Nazis, because for some reason that's just the ultimate evil everyone wants. And don't get me wrong, Nazi Germany was fucked the fuck up, but there's a lot of different metrics to go off with this. For instance, if we're going with your body count, well, then Communist Russia had them beat whenever Stalin came to power, because he killed, I can't remember exactly how much it was, but it was several, it was a good million more people, or a few million more people. There's a lot of stuff to get into.
Yeah.
Because it's the whole thing, whenever Hitler came to power, he was being called, Napoleon of his time and shit like that. So, but nowadays, whenever people talk about Napoleon, they call him, the French Hitler.
Really?
Yeah. That's the whole thing, is just, Hitler's become just kind of this metric. A lazy metric.
Yeah.
Anyway. Harry went back to the archives and found confiscated Death Eater records. He read all of them too. They were diaries kept by Voldemort's top people. The man had even had an unofficial historian to document his campaign. What?
Day 3152 at 0500 hours. Lord Voldemort took a shit. 3 minutes longer than normal.
We kidnapped the history teacher. And we're forcing them to write down the shit we do.
Can't
What?
they just use magic to just write everything for them, though?
I mean, technically, you probably could enchant a pen or something like that.
Don't they just take memories out of people, too, though?
Well, I mean, you can, but that's more of a... That seems like it'd be more of a hassling process than anything else. I mean, why not just enchant a pen in the first place, and then have it write down what happened as it happened, instead of, oh, this happened, better make a copy of it and put it in a pensive.
You
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it makes a lot more sense, but I mean, it's not evil enough. It's not ego-stroking enough for an evil person to have a person personally write it down and all that.
I mean, I just used the enchanted pen, but at the same time, I also wouldn't have gone out of my way to use a super powerful killing curse to murder a baby. I would have chucked the motherfucker out the window. Let's see it save this Lily.
I can just picture you just like sneaking into like the second story of a house, just unlocking the window, walking up to the baby carriage, picking up the baby, looking at it, and just being like, well,
Yeet!
yeah. Yep. Just like an audible yeet, you like hear something downstairs. Like, what was that? I think it came from the baby room. Quick, hurry! Let's go upstairs! You're already out the window and they just like look out of it after you escape and there's just a baby splattered on the ground.
The fact that you can see me murdering a baby is a bit concerning.
Not you personally, but I mean, you are a troll, so when you do murder. But anyways, just in general, the sheer idea of anyone doing that.
Yeah, like, you don't need you don't need this over-reliance on doing everything in a magical way. And if you are going to do things magically, do them in a way that's fucking efficient. Like, oh, I need to write down everything that happens. I'll enchant a pen to do that as it happens. Oh, I could either pull out my wand, say a thing, and have this baby get hit by green lightning, or
Snap its neck.
pick up this pillow.
That's a nice little soft pillow, baby.
And
Here,
swallow
buddy.
it. Like,
I think there's a point where you have so much magic that you're just like, why do anything in a normal way when I can just magic it to death?
there's a difference between Doctor Doom bursting through walls because doors are for peasants, and doing everything in a complicated way just because it's magic.
Oh my gosh, the enchanted pen ID would be so evil, because I'd enchant pens to write on people. It'd be like with shitty expo markers on the pen.
Oh god. Just drawing dicks on every window.
Yep. I just like buy like 1,000 expo markers and enchant all of them in Hogwarts, and there's just like an epidemic of pens writing on everything they can.
Just mirrors, walls, sleeping students.
Yep. I just like release it into that room with all the like moving staircases and they just like fly around.
Henry woke up. I'm that a highly detailed drawing of a Volvo was present over his nose. The space between his eyebrows with the clitoral hood.
Ow. Holy shit.
You okay?
No, help.
I need a drink, actually. Give me a second.
You okay? Holy shit. Of all the things to kill Zay, I didn't expect it to be that shitty joke. God damn it. I'm not even laughing at my own joke, I'm just laughing at his reaction. Like, god damn it. That was like a really fucking low effort. Yeah, like, it's like the whole thing is like in Hogwarts, all they use is like quill pens and jars of ink. And it has been shown that you can't enchant pens. I mean, it's stated that, like, during exams, like, the quill pens are, like, screened for, like, enchantments placed on them to prevent cheating. So, you can enchant them to write, like, on their own or whatever. As well as the fact that we've also seen a case with Dolores Umbridge of a pen enchanted to, like, write something that immediately gets cut to the back of the writer's hand. Which, the fuck? That's fucking fucked up. But, yeah. So, there is a whole thing of, like, yeah, you can enchant pens to do different things, including write on their own. Hell, fuck that. The reporter lady from WAWR. At very least in the movie version, she didn't actually have her hand on her pen. The pen actually kind of wrote as she did the interview. I can't remember if that actually happened in the movie. I mean, in the book itself, but that happened in the movie.
And if I recall from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, it's the first one, when they get to What's-Her-Face's house, like, everything's working on itself. Like, the clothes and whatnot are doing complex tasks, like, you know,
Yeah.
just how they move around.
Granted, there is kind of the whole thing of Fantastic Beasts kind of just said screw it to explaining how the magic worked.
You've seen Harry Potter, you can make it work.
It's kind of the whole thing of, like, in Harry Potter, the magic did kind of have some loose rules to it. And like,
So you're saying I can't make my close Fortnite dance in Harry Potter?
You probably could, but the task to do so would probably be rather complex.
Honestly, if I ever did become just a magical wizard, maybe not from Harry Potter specifically, I think I'd specialize in base enchantments and stuff.
Oh god, anti-magic?
Yeah, like, literally, I'd just be like, fuck you, don't use magic on me.
Honestly, I'd probably have to say that I'd go with, like, biomancy, just because it'd be hilarious to go around making monsters.
You'd make monsters, but if it was, like, stitched together, I'd try to unstitch it.
Oh god.
Not really. People try to curse it or scare it away, and I'd just be like, here's all the you can't curse me now magics. Run wild.
Dear god. No, like, combining, like, gene splicing with magic, because why the fuck not? This can't go wrong.
Oh my god, you just reminded me of that, like, there's some style of cooking that's, like, down to, like, the molecular level to make it taste a certain way. I'm just thinking like that, but with, like, monsters.
Oh god.
I'm making up specific monsters using specific genes.
Did you read your lineup?
Probably not. Let's see, what is my line?
Some of the stories agreed.
Some of the stories agreed precisely that what the Auroras had stated, well, except for the bureaucratic language employed, but others were actually different accounts.
Ugh. The Auroras and the Death Eaters agreed on who'd killed and Pruitt, but disagreed on how Gideon had died. Auroras blamed Antonin Dolohov, and the Death Eaters credited friendly fire for an unknown Aurora. There were inconsistencies like this for almost a decade's worth of reports. Yeah, that's going to happen. Kind of like the whole shot heard around the world thing. No one knows who fired the first shot of that one battle. It just suddenly a shot rang out, and then people started fighting.
Somebody the side of shooting a duck. Oh god, fucking my bed just.
Jesus Christ!
Sorry, my ass dummy. It just makes my bed break.
Well, I mean, typically, whenever someone says that they're breaking their but it's a different sense.
No, I'm too forever alone for that.
I mean, dating apps are a thing.
Yeah, diverges between theater accounts and history accounts and the printed records in the Daily Prophet occurred most often when Bartimus Crouch was involved, and only less often when Fudge inserted himself into the situation.
With a
Honestly,
name
this
like
will be
Fudge.
solved if they know friendly folks on it or not.
Oh, god damn it.
I still can't laugh.
The fact that joke got you.
I don't know why he did, but it hit me really hard.
Just imagining someone with clit drawn between their eyebrows.
And just the fact that it happened while they were asleep with a magic expo marker.
Just instead of a dick being drawn, it was a vagina.
Yep. And the way you said it was funny. I have really low standards for humor.
If they puckered their lips, you could have gayness.
Stop. Nope. Stop. I refuse. I can't laugh at that one. Stop. Please.
A pattern like that was problematic, given what Harry knew both had.
Ooh. Harry took stacks of notes and drew many disturbing conclusions about the history he'd never known. The Aurors killed 3 times as many people as the Death Eaters had at their 36 different pitched battles, excluding the many raids where the Death Eaters were unopposed.
Okay, then.
What a nice way to exclude certain data from your statistics.
So, is the implication here that the Aurors just ended up killing more people, quote-unquote, incidentally, or just that the Aurors happened to be kicking the asses of the Death Eaters?
I think if we read more, we'll see, but I don't like either answer, if I'm being honest.
Harry also began counting numbers and names. The Death Eaters had numbered fewer than 40 by the time Voldemort was vanquished in 1981. But the reports revealed the names of 219 known or suspected Death Eaters killed in battle, a far larger base for support for Voldemort than history ever revealed. At their height, the Aurors had only been 140 bodies strong. History obscured that fact as well.
Questions and doubts of many kinds filled his mind, but Harry found only more questions and not answers in what he read in the distractions he filled his life with, as he couldn't have his children back. The question, the main one, was why. Alright, hold on though. How many wizards are there supposed to be again?
Well, I mean, it's roughly 100 entering the workforce each year, so.
So not a lot.
Not very many in England. In the UK, no.
But that could be other areas at least.
Yeah, there's only one school for the UK, and that's Hogwarts, which J.K. Rowling has stated tends to have, I believe, 1,000 students at any one time, when there's 10 years, therefore
10,000.
Yeah. So, well, no, a total of 1,000.
Oh.
10 years. Or not 10 years. Shit.
Long story short, there's not a lot of wizards, at least in the UK.
Not very many, no.
So when they say wizard wars, it's like probably a war of only like 1,000
Okay,
people.
there's 7 years. 7 years. Let's see. There are 4 houses in Hogwarts, so there. Yeah, so there's 1,000, and it's stated that there's. It's stated that there's 1,000. Like, J.K. Rowling has stated that there's 1,000, and there's 7 years, which means that entering the workforce each year would be approximately 143. Again, not very many for an entire nation's work. Like, what's supposed to basically be like the workforce of an entire nation.
Okay.
That's more like what you expect from us, from like a single large city, not basically 3 small nations. 4 if you count Northern Ireland, and Ireland is separate. You probably should. So,
Okay, so
something
I'm
to know
wondering,
there.
if there was a war of wizards, there wouldn't be too many people.
No, not really. It'd be kind of small.
Yeah,
At
that's
least
not...
if it was exclusively the UK wizards, yes.
Yeah, okay.
I wonder if there's been a Wizard World War.
Might have been.
Oh well, with what J.K. Rowling's shooting out now, I don't even know what's true or not.
Yeah, no. I mean, Dumbledore's kind of engaged from the beginning, but...
I don't mean that part, I just mean, like,
I don't know how much I can
But
trust.
other than that, I have no fucking clue.
Dumbledore,
Like, I don't really give a
Dumbledore.
shit about what race Hermione was. I mean, yes, there is, like,
She's
a
called
few
him white in
times
the book.
she's mentioned as white in the book, but I mean, it's not like her being white actually does anything for her character.
No, like, literally, what she should have phrased it as is if there is a Harry Potter reboot,
Either the movies or the books.
it would be, I don't know,
Because,
racially friendly, or just, maybe if we do it next time, it would be okay if Hermione's black.
yeah, it probably would have been better if it was phrased like, instead of saying, oh, I never specifically mentioned Hermione was white, just, no, black Hermione seems like a perfectly alright idea.
Yeah.
And hell, that could probably work better with, work pretty okay, like alright with the whole fact of as a Muggle-born, she's someone who's discriminated against in the wizarding world.
Yeah.
So, I mean, granted, that probably is slightly more ham-fisted, depending on how you look at it, but the whole thing is that, like, it is supposed to be like a wizarding discrimination type thing. So, I guess if you wanted to go thematically, Black Hermione works with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm starting to see what that's going for with that.
Yeah. Because, I mean, Draco Malfoy was calling her all kinds of racial slurs.
Yeah.
Your audience is real uncomfortable. You make Hermione
Like,
black.
that's like a double. The double racist.
Oh, son of Malfoy say that. Yeah, it's like, ah, yeah, bug you to that.
You know how you solve this?
You make Draco Malfoy black, too.
You keep him blonde.
Yes!
Now this is just getting weird.
This is so stupid.
Like,
Why is
you could argue, like, with Draco, white would be part of his character because he's wizard racist.
Yeah, but it'd be funny if he's black, because then he'd be only wizard racist, not
Actual racist. Or-
Not race racist, just wizard racist.
yeah. So he has one.
Okay, no. You just have it to where he turns out to be friends with like that one black kid that was in the background of Harry. Like you just see the background sometimes. In Gryffindor. After it turns out he's actually friends with that guy.
Wait, so Draco Malfoy, why did he hate everyone again? Did he just not like Harry, or what was it?
Okay, so initially he wanted to be friends with Harry, but Harry decided, I'm not going to be friends with a rich asshole who goes around talking about how he knows better than everyone else, but instead I'm going to be friends with this broke red freckled kid whose family is really nice to me. And Draco was like, fuck you for not being friends with me, and started just being an asshole towards him. Not helped by the fact that Ron and Harry became friends with Hermione, the Muggle-born, one of like the token Muggle-born character. Oh god, this becomes a lot funnier if you just start imagining Hermione as like the token minority.
Fuck you! I can't laugh. Why did you do this to me? What curse have you put upon me?
Don't blame me.
Who else am I supposed to blame?
Right? I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
There wasn't really a team witch, so I don't think you can blame them.
Hermione's just a token minority. God, that's so mean.
She was like a great character. She's like, her character is great and shit like that. But, dear God. I just realized I think the dog's just rolling around the house. Give me a sec.
Dogs. The final frontier. Where will we be at the end of the world when there's only a couple humans left and some dogs? We're probably gonna eat them, let's be real, because it's like the end of the world, we're probably starving and really hungry, so dogs are gonna get eaten. Maybe not the first, and maybe people might start eating strangers before they'll eat their friendly dogs, but then they're gonna food for the family. What?
What about eating people?
No, I'm talking about eating dogs.
I'm not going to eat the dog. For one, he has no meat on him.
But I'm talking about if it's like the end of the world, what are you going to eat first, a stranger or your dog?
Well, I mean, there's pigeons everywhere, so pigeons.
That wasn't one of the options, but okay.
There's a lot more pigeons and rabbits than there are dogs. And I'm pretty sure
but
they
if it's the...
don't put up less of a fight.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess there would be fucking pigeons and rabbits at the end of the world because they just breed so fast.
In the world, like, there'd be all sorts of stuff for them to eat.
Like dead people.
Exactly. What are we on?
Who knows?
I think you're
very
on.
turned-
Questions and doubts.
Questions and
Oh, wait, no. You did that one, so I guess it's my turn. We just went off on this weird tangent about wizards.
It's just us.
So of course we're going off on weird fucking tangents.
So what? Okay. Oh wow, it has almost been an hour already.
Exactly.
Let's just finish this. Let's just finish the first fucking chapter. Then how about that?
Yeah, let's try to finish the chapter. Harry turned back to his notes on proceedings of the Wisdom Gamut during this time.
On the last day of November, Harry finally realized he had enough suspicions.
How was I so blind? I almost saw the truth in that horrible last year of the wall, but I flushed all my anger. I let the dying Snape and the dead Dumbledore manipulate me again. The half-truths got me to forgive them both. The ruddy bastards.
Uh-oh. Harry went to Hogwarts over the winter break and got permission from Headmaster Keech, former defense professor and head of Hufflepuff House,
To speak with Albus Dumbledore's portrait in a private setting.
What did Hufflepuff ever do to deserve being put in this terrible story?
Who knows?
They get shit on badly enough, author.
Did they really?
Oh yeah, for some reason people hate Hufflepuff. It's like the
Why?
whole thing with the Hufflepuff is like Slytherin, you have the pure, Ravenclaw, you have the smart, Gryffindor, you have the brave, and then Hufflepuff just takes everyone else.
Really? Rip?
Yeah.
What a generic. It's a generic house.
It's just like the house of, you're not too extend in any of these other categories, but hey, you're here. You're still a wizard.
You're still a wizard, so you're Hufflepuff. Did Hufflepuff have like at least points at the end of every year or something?
You are weirdly prideful about the fact that nobody in your family has fucked a muggle. You aren't especially brave, and your intelligence is average.
Oh god, poor Hufflepuff.
They don't really deserve half the shit they got, like, shoved on them. I mean, Cedric was pretty goddamn cool.
I can't
He's
follow
a
that up 'cause
Hufflepuff.
yeah.
I'll Huffle your puff any day, baby.
Nice. I mean, have you seen Robert Pattinson? Damn. Anyway. Harry could barely contain his contempt for the former headmaster. Albus, I have a few matters to discuss with you.
Are you gay?
Yes. Very.
Why do you think the portrait of so-and-so is right over there?
Why do you think I'm wearing rainbow-colored robes, boy? It's 2018, Harry.
It is 2018. And the book is a... Ouch.
Look really nice today. Pro homo. Wait, don't you mean no homo? 2018, Dave. We're okay with gays. Pro homo.
Certainly, Harry, but extend my condolences. Freddie Keychain told me what happened. Am I breaking up?
A little bit. Also completely... Okay, there we go.
Is this better? Certainly, Harry, but let me extend my condolences. Freddie Keychain told me what happened.
Harry waved his hand. I want to talk about the Wizengamot in the 1970s, Albus. You were the chief warlock then, as through much of the rest of your life.
Your portrait narrated.
You didn't force Crouch or anyone else to follow the rules there. You let them get away without giving trials to suspected Death Eaters. You let them essentially execute a number of suspected Death Eaters.
The portrait tried to interrupt.
I read the transcripts from the trials and the complete text from the Wizengamot sessions from then. I know you allowed the Ministry to pillage the estates of extinct wizarding lands without regard to the wills left behind. You allowed wizarding orphans to be sent to Muggle orphanages, which is worse than what you did to me in 1981. Sent to abusive parents. Sent to abusive parents. Sent to an orphanage.
With the potential to get nice parents.
Yeah, unless this was a fucked orphanage, and unless either the higher ups or the parents that adopted the kid were weirdly anti-magic.
Could you just imagine having adopted parents? The next thing you know, you get a letter in the mail from an owl, and it's we need you at Hogwarts, or you're going to Hogwarts, and then just your adopted parents being what the fuck?
Yeah, because that's the whole thing. It's parents of Muggle parents of wizarding children. They'd have to be informed of, oh, by the way, magic exists.
Yeah, and I could picture the wizard kid just being can I please go? I could learn about my past, and the parents are just reluctant, I guess so. And then they eat on them, and then the kid comes back after they're a magic wizard and takes care of their parents because they're nice people.
Depending on the orphanage, yeah, it can really suck, but you can't just objectively say that being sent to an orphanage, a Muggle orphanage while being a wizard, is a terrible thing. I mean, hell,
you'd be the coolest kid in class if you actually know magic.
If a kid could do actual magic, they'd be popular as fuck with other kids.
Just imagine it, just hey, you see a really jerky person that works here? Watch this. Slip.
The only reason it didn't work out with the young baby Voldemort was because he was already a psychopath due to the fact that he was conceived under the effects of a rape potion. I mean, love potion.
Oh. Oh. Ugh.
I mean, love potions are basically roofies. There's no getting around that.
Yeah, but ugh. I didn't know that's why he turned out I didn't even know that was a part of his backstory.
Yeah, his mom, wizard roofied a Muggle.
Oh, his mom did.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what the effects of a child being conceived while one of the parents is under the effects of a love potion is that they are incapable of love.
Why would... God.
They really should have warnings on the bottle, as well as, I don't know, make these illegal.
Oh my gosh. It's just a muggle. What's the worst that could happen? Voldemort.
Yeah. And then he never came back into our old world. At least, not into the British portion. There are 4 other fucking countries there! All of them are under the same wizard government. You can't just say the British portion. That doesn't fucking answer shit. Hell, like, fucking Hogwarts isn't in Britain. Or it isn't in...
Really?
Well, I guess British. God damn it.
There was nothing I could do.
Okay. Fuck. Okay.
Enter hit.
Okay, because I'm trying... Okay, I guess... Yeah, because... Okay, would you consider the entirety of the UK short for United Kingdoms of Great Britain and Northern Ireland? Yeah, because the four countries together are called the British Isles. There's a lot of shit that goes into classification, but like London is in England, but Edinburgh is in fucking at least Scotland. Basically, it's the whole thing of like, unless so, if we are counting Britain as the British Isles, then that means that for those children to end up in a different wizarding sector, they would have had to be shipped out of the Isles. Like what?
Pack your bags, kids. We're going to America.
And now we'll just ship this child to Romania. What?
So where are all the schools? Like, I know there's an American one, an African one, and then I guess...
There isn't... I guess it makes sense, yeah, there would be an African one. Fuck, because... I can't remember the names, because, Goblet of Fire was about the Triwizard Tournament, which was 3 schools, the one for the British Isles, the one for West Europe, and the one for East Europe.
So you're talking wizards are only Europe.
Well,
It's only Europeans?
I'm pretty sure that there were more wizards outside of there. Oh yeah, it was Beauxbatons Academy of Magic in France. 78 schools? Okay. Okay.
There's more schools?
Yeah, because Hogwarts is in Scotland. That's the whole thing. Beauxbatons is in France. Castelo Bruxo is in central Brazil. Durmstrang was the other one. That's in northern Europe, apparently? Okay. Ilvermorny is in eastern North America. Oh, dear God.
What?
Mahotokoro.
Mahogany.
Mahotokoro. Mahotokoro. School of Magic, Japan. Uagado School of Magic is in Uganda.
You gotta...
Oh, it's not 78, it's 7/378. Okay, so there's 8 official schools now. And there's the, Gold of Strelitz in Russia.
Nice.
There we go.
Russian wizard.
In Russia, we use tactile magic. Basically slapping a opponent with spell.
Observe. Slap.
Just like it enchants their fist. Like, doesn't use a wand, just channels the spell through their fist and punches someone.
Wait a second, that's not a slap. That's a punch.
Obliviate. God damn it. Anyway.
Yeah, I think it's your line, maybe?
Albus, you are the most powerful wizard of Britain. There wasn't much you couldn't do. With that kind of power, the rules no longer apply to you. That's a really dangerous way of thinking, Harry.
Harry, what the fuck is wrong with you? Harry.
Unless you chose to follow them, right? That's the reason you insisted to serve as Chief Warlock, to tie you closer to the rules.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Harry? No, that's not why I did it at all!
Harry, you can't consider yourself above the rules.
No one's above the rules, Harry. Barty Crouch had the public support to prosecute the war.
Alice, he was as much a terrorist as Voldemort was. I suspect he covered up the deaths of at least 100 witches and wizards dying. I suspect he covered up the deaths of at least 100 wizards and witches dying. Oh god, there's a terribly structured sentence in. You don't need to say cover up the deaths of these people dying. Omit the word dying. You got doing this shit.
Wow, impressive.
No command for any punishment for their attackers. Every case was attributed to accident means or blamed on Death Eaters.
Now, Harry, there's no way you could know that.
I went and found the Death Eaters record of events. Trusting the bad guys on their view of history is definitely the right call here. They plan to win, you know, and want to be able to write convincing histories of their great triumph over the muggle-loving fools. Then why are you trusting them? What? So I do know. I compared the Death Eater records with the official Ministry archives. They don't match in a lot of places. I have no idea why you let this happen.
There was nothing legal I could do to stop.
So you just sat at the head of the public court system and didn't tell anyone? Didn't explain it at all to the public?
God, I hate Harry in this.
Yes, same. Oh god. Yes. Probably should do something about if there is evidence suggesting that the Auroras just went around murdering people. But, don't go around claiming that the Death Eaters are the victim here. And that, yes, there's the fact that Albus was kind of trying to turn you into a weapon against Voldemort in a way. Yes, that is a bad thing. But that's not what you're talking about right here. You're claiming that he basically used you to revise history.
What? I didn't want to be disloyal.
Albus, you just sat silently through the killing of hundreds of witches and wizards. You had an illegal vigilante group keeping tabs in your spare time. I don't think you cared too much about what was legal, but you should have done the right things.
What would you have me do, Harry?
End it! Protect the non-combatants.
It sounds so simple. How? I was almost mocking him now.
Good! Handle the people causing the chaos and destruction. Get rid of Crouch. Lock up and kill the mad dog Aurora as he unleashed on Britain. Oh, or kill. Not and kill. Fuck. Shit. Get rid of the Death Eaters. Solve the problem.
Those were Voldemort's methods.
Murder the opposition.
Wait, is this a story about Harry becoming the new Voldemort? I hope it is.
That would actually be kind of interesting.
But instead we're getting what?
Harry being a sad sack.
Really?
Harry
Oh,
being an
shit.
angry sad sack who apparently needs to go back in time. Thanks.
Harry's an angry boy.
Yes, very angry boy. An uninterestingly angry boy. Like an Onision character.
Onision, what's that?
A shitty sack of shit.
Ooh.
Who can't write worth a damn.
Ooh.
Right, I'm calling you out, Onision, people who person who people already hate.
Yeah, you call out that person that I have no idea who you're talking about.
I'm jumping on this bandwagon.
I'm not sure where the bandwagon is.
If you want us to all read all three of Onision's books and then do a review of them, because if we tried to read them in the same format that we do with this, he'd probably copyright strike us. Let us know.
Yes, all, 100 of you now?
All 121.
Yes, all 121.
Anyway.
Yes.
Did you save the Voldemort methods things?
Yes.
Okay. They were also Crouches, Moody's, and a whole lot of others. That doesn't make it right, Harry. The Aurors killed innocents while trying to capture the Death Eaters. Innocent people died needlessly every week from 1973 to 1981.
I mourn death, Harry.
Mourning never enough, Albus.
Ooh, that is a dangerous way of thinking there, buddy. Are you sure you want to say that?
Is that your final answer?
I'm locking it in, Albus. You had all the knowledge you needed, but you did nothing. What's the nothing? You killed people yourself.
What? I did nothing of the sort.
My parents died because of a faulty spell you threw at them. What?
What?
There are far better security laws than a Fidelius charm. And even that one doesn't require an outside to hold the secret. I insist on Sirius or someone else to hold the secret. My father could have held it. Hell, even a Potter elf could have been trusted. You bastard. Did he have any inkling? I don't remember a single thing about either of his parents owning house elves. The Black family held had house elves in the form of Creature, who then technically was part of Sirius's will towards Harry. But damn it. Stop inserting house elves where they don't need to be.
They have enough problems already. Oh my gosh, there's something I want to say about this. Like that spell he's talking about, that somebody has to hold the secret.
Basically, it's a thing that keeps something hidden, but a single person has to, keep the secret about where it is. About what or where it is.
Can they not tell anyone, or just certain people?
It's basically a whole thing of, they can tell someone, and that would reveal it, but if people tried to find it through other means, they'd have a hard time doing so.
Because
so you have to
go to, some continent that's super far away, tell it to one person, just say, hey, keep this a secret, and then nobody will ever be able to find him, kind of thing.
Anyway.
If some dude and he just tells somebody it's an accident, does it already get rid of the spell, or because that person's not going to go and find it, they don't mind?
I'm pretty sure it just reveals it to one person. I mean, I'm not a Harry Potter expert, but I'm pretty sure it reveals it to the person who got this person to spell the secret.
So just tell it to a bunch of people on an island without magic who don't care.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anywho.
The portrait.
The portrait sputtered in intonation.
I wonder why the Master Legilimensa. Yeah, that's a less fun word than Legilacerator.
I thought it meant Legiomancer, a magical letter maker.
I'm guessing it's like magical law. Why the Master Legilimensa sitting in front of me never tested his order members. Or why you actually know, or did you actually know about Pettigrew?
The portrait blanched. God damn it. So you knew or suspected it, but you did nothing with the knowledge to set it up so that the prophecy could play itself out. So if Voldemort could with some effort find me and my parents, she must have been so happy when you heard that the burden of ending Voldemort's days fell on someone else. That great Dumbledore could keep his hands and beard clean, right?
Why are you bringing his beard into this?
His beard is really fancy, dude.
Oh, yeah. The portrait's jaw firmed. I tried my hardest. The Order and I rescued whom we could. We fought alongside the Auroras when we could. but nothing could deal with Voldemort. You could land a spell directly on him, and it would do little or nothing. Only the Avada Kedavra, it seemed, would work. I couldn't. Even then, it technically wouldn't work depending on where in the timeline it is, because of the fact that he divided his soul into multiple pieces, thereby making it impossible to kill him without destroying all of his Horcruxes.
That must have. I forgot about that convoluted part of the story.
So I'm pretty sure that even if... Yeah, because, like, he got hit with a rebound of Avada Kedavra, which basically ejected his soul from his body, but didn't technically kill him.
Because he had other soul parts laying around connected to him.
Exactly, so that part of his soul that was in his body, that got ejected by his body dying, could just go around and, like, end up in another body, like how it was in fucking Quirrell's, like how it possessing Quirrell's body. Which is why he had, like, the face on the back of his head of Voldemort. And eventually it was able to just be put in a new body could be created. So, technically the Avada Kedavra curse didn't really work.
Do you think that, there's lag for the Horcruxes?
How so?
If they're too far away, do you think there's like a buffer if like the original bug doesn't have a soul where you're just gonna freeze?
Well, it's not like the part of his soul that was in one of the other Horcruxes suddenly flew out and that's what created the new body.
No, but there has to be some connection between them to confirm that it's his actual soul communicating with the body.
No, because that doesn't communicate with his body. Whenever each of the Horcruxes were being destroyed in the book, he had no idea.
God damn it, never mind then.
It's literally just a part of his soul.
And if it's not connected or communicating, alright, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it has its own consciousness, basically.
Alright, never mind, my lag joke is just futile.
And one ended up in Harry.
Big oof. So does that mean Harry had a KYS?
Technically speaking, he let himself get hit by the killing curse, which destroyed the Horcrux and the piece of soul in his body, and then he just kind of self-resurrected. Like, he talked to Dumbledore in Limbo, and it was like, alright, well, I guess I probably, Dumbledore, like, well, you probably should go back up to your body now.
It's not your time, Harry. Goodbye. I don't know why Purgatory is taking such a long time for me, but it is. Bye.
And there was just, like, what was left of Voldemort's soul under the bench.
Dumbledore just like lifts up his like giant robe, just like, what the hell? Get out of here! You're going down to hell, buddy. Get out of here.
Anyway.
I can't get out of here until all the rest of my pieces are here.
I believe it's your line with, but are you?
What are you?
Yes.
Albus, if you never did anything with your vaunted powers, you say now that you did everything possible. Why was your war force so small compared to the ranks of the Death Eaters? Why did Voldemort have free reign to recruit in Britain
and every other European country? Why did the British never ask for foreign assistance? You were there. You were the one everyone looked up to for
leadership, but you abrogated into the Barty Crouch and his mindless thugs. You, on the other hand, had sat around let criminals run the ministry, let old purebless appear at parties during the day before they donned their mask at night.
You knew the names of many
of the Death Eaters. You could use your mind arts to find the rest had you wanted. You had the power and the utter obligation to stop it all. You could have had everyone in the private jail cell within days, not that much legal actions, but
you do everything that happened and
did nothing. Why? That's why I've come to argue with the dusty piece of canvas. Why? Why did this all happen?
Because it's not legal, Harry.
There's that, and there's also your whole question of why was a police force smaller than a
army?
A civilian militia that suddenly popped up. I don't
Yeah, what?
think I should need to explain this.
Yeah, now that I think about it.
Well, your standard protest has more civilians than cops.
That's why the
Word when there's a protest because there's too many people.
They might actually do something and change the establishment for the better.
Oh no, we can't have that.
We can't have that. We need to make it legal to run over protesters if they're blocking the roads.
Did that become
Okay.
legal?
That was like one of the laws that passed somewhere. I think it was Texas. Because fuck Texas.
Just hi, sorry, blocking the road. Get out of my way, please.
You're blocking the road in an effort to make things better. Get out of the way.
Sorry, we need to get that building up.
I just had this picture of like some dude driving to a protest. Everyone's like looking for him to go through. He just rolls in the windows. Hey, we're ready to go to that other street.
God damn it. Hey, oh god. I've kind of held the opinion for a long time. The only good reason to come to Texas is to start a business because labor laws are a lot looser.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a lot easier to abuse your workers without worrying about a union.
I guess this is an anti-union state, isn't it?
Yes. Something that this state seems to be very proud of.
I mean, the only union I've been in just stole money from me and didn't actually help, so, you know.
Well, the whole thing with unions is that they might not seem to be helping in the moment. Believe me when I say that work conditions would be a lot worse if those hadn't started up in the first place.
Yeah, they helped everyone else, not me, and I was literally forced to join it.
Like,
Even if I didn't sign the things that let me join the union, like say I didn't want to join it, and they still took money out of my paycheck for the union. I sent them official certified U.S. mail to say, hey, let me quit, and they didn't even respond or send anything back.
there's a lot of stuff to get into with unions. Like, believe me. Anyway. Here's my line. I don't know how to answer that.
Why did my parents die? Why did you shoot me with the hateful muggles? Does Harry use the term muggles?
What?
Has Harry ever said muggle?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just kind of a standard term for non-magical humans, so I'm pretty sure, yes.
The little adventures in my first, 4th, and 5th school years you could have stopped. Why didn't you stop Ginny Weasley from unleashing the basilisk? Or why not insist on Sirius Black receiving a trial? Cornelius Fudge couldn't have cast a cheering charm if he hadn't asked permission first. Why?
Okay, so here's a few things that you need to understand, Harry. One, at the time Sirius Black was convicted of being a Death Eater who blew up a city block worth of muggles, and as well as Peter Pettigrew. Because all they found of it was a finger. And so, yes, it was stupid that nobody, I don't know, truth serumed him, like truth potioned him or some shit to figure out what actually happened. There is still a whole thing of, okay, in the realm of understanding of, yeah, it's pretty obvious that the only man standing here is the one who blew up the city block. It would have been pretty fucking suspect of just, like one person said, hey, maybe we should retry this. Second, Ginny Weasley and the diary. Pretty sure that he had no idea that was there at the time. Gonna say it. Pretty sure he didn't realize that was the case until the thing already been stabbed with a basilisk tooth.
Yeah.
Therefore, he wouldn't have realized, hey, one of my students is being, like, manipulated by a teenage fragment of the soul of one of my former students who just so happens to have become Wizard Hitler. And, like, nah. Just a lot of shit, like, really fucking stupid to ask.
Yeah.
The portrait pursed his lips.
Do you think I forgave you all the horrible things you did, even after your history of Grimoire and your dead sister and everything? You made Snape have me believe I was another sacrifice in your grand plans. I walked off believing I was about to sacrifice my life for everyone else's. Even for that, I forgave you. Well, no more, Albus Dumbledore. You are declared enemy betrayer of the Potter family. My peace forever sweep you.
The fuck is wrong with you, Harry? Who says this? You like that enemy betrayer of the Potter family?
He's been using that a lot in this story.
What did you just do? The portrait Albus had just leapt to his feet as if he could change anything. Now he was trapped in paint.
Is that actually him trapped in paint?
It's basically just like an enchanted painting of him. So it technically contains a copy of him.
But it's not the real him?
Hey, try not to think about it too much.
Burn
The portrait has his personality and memories.
Burn the portrait. Release
God.
his soul. Save him from this suffering.
Free him. Well, portraits are also shown to be able to move between, like the painted people are shown to be able to move between paintings that are adjacent. So, you would have to set every painting on in Hogwarts on fire. As well as any other portrait in both Albus, if memory serves, when it came to headmasters.
Oh gosh. Tipping your hand, finally? Boy, you sound like my Uncle Vernon.
You sound like an idiot. You can't do that to a dead man. It condemns me, to
Eternal purgation.
purgation.
It's no less than you deserve.
At least after betrayals, after remissions, after plots.
You are a piece of work, Albus. I hope the cleansing fires where you are
Find something inside you worth salvaging.
That's a
Dumbledore's
stupid-
just chilling in heaven. And next thing you know, he gets dragged down to purgatory. He's just like, what the
He's
hell?
up there in gay wizard heaven, and all of a sudden he gets dragged down. God damn. Just up there, bumping the wall. God. No, stop. You have to stay your word, Harry. You can't do this to my soul.
Watch me, bitch, he says, flipping off the painting.
You're starting to get ready to leave, but had a sudden flash of realization. You smiled and fixed gaze on the portrait.
Oh, god damn it. I
Harry,
long ago
no.
pieced together what you arranged for my ignorance. But one more point just made sense. You arranged for me to meet that woman, didn't you? I don't believe the Weasleys, even that vile woman I married, knew what you were planning by ensuring I was clueless by my first time at King's Cross Station. But you certainly hope I'd fall in love with the most prominent of the light wizarding families, didn't you? Are the Weasleys the most prominent? I think they'd be the most poor, more than anything.
The most what?
Poor.
Poor.
To get laughs from the twins, to make Ron my friend, and perhaps even to fall for the red-headed seventh child of the Weasleys. Ron, I mean Ginny.
Fuck. I wish I could fuck Ron. What?
Again. Writers, you want to make your stories more interesting? More eroticism. So that's why Hagrid came to speak with me. Not a representative of the Ministry of Magic. Everything was always different in my life. Exceptions, complications, all you're doing. I know now. Now, you, Albus, are partially to blame for me meeting that woman. The Medea of our age. Which Medea? Perry's Medea? That would be terrible.
Medea.
Because I just now realized it. I will never. Because I just now realized it. I will never release you from your torment.
The portrait was openly crying, and now the bit of soul residue contained inside the portrait was beginning to feel the pain. Harry just called down for Albus Dumbledore's true soul. You lied to me. It has his soul in there.
I said it was basically a copy of him. So that
What
would
the hell?
technically, like, copy
Wizards
of
are
his soul.
fucked up. This is not nice.
Like, you were just asking if it was his soul entirely in there. It was like, nah, his soul.
It's part of his soul. That's fucked up. No, stop.
Harry's a bastard. When I see you again, Albus, it will not go well for you. You're threatening a painting.
Yeah. Let's see. Harry left. It's the small Disney classroom where the portrait had been located. He knew enough now to be sure of his scores.
Why would it be in a classroom and not like the headmaster's office, where the rest of the headmaster paintings are?
Do you think they have like private headmaster parties?
Oh, hell yeah!
I would love to, like, if I ever had a portrait in Harry Potter, just to like enchant my painting to like move and paint itself, so I could keep painting food for everyone, so that everyone inside the paintings could relive eating again.
You know, being as the paintings can move, and so you can have people from one painting popping up in another one. And betting with the painting orgies that go on when the students aren't around are wild.
I know, and besides orgies, they might want to eat at some point, so I could feed them. I'd have to go to sex food. I mean, I guess I did just make a joke about headmaster party, so I'm not really above all this.
What else do you expect to happen at Wizard Party?
Dabbing with magic.
Vagina.
Vagina.
I, Harry Potter, will spend the rest of my life trying to right the wrongs committed by Voldemort, Crouch, Dumbledore, and every other villain who's a broken magical brain. Everything about that sentence was stupid, especially the fact that he said it out loud.
The golden glow of Sol and Val filled the corridor.
That was also stupid.
What the hell is wrong with you, Harry? Said one of the paintings on the wall.
I curse you too, Harry says.
Without too much of a thought, Harry had just committed himself to an insane plan. He had no idea it would work.
When he was outside, he walked to the Forbidden Forest, specifically to a small claim that he knew well. It didn't take long to recover the small stone very rare he needed. When he walked back to Hogwarts grounds, he stopped near Dumbledore's tomb.
Wait, oh. He placed his one hand on the white stone and said, "Come to me, my true wand." Moments later, an enormous crack formed in the tomb, and Harry held the Elder Wand once more. You mean the wand he broke in half and threw in the river? And threw in the, campus lake?
Why did he do that?
Because he wanted his old one, not the Elder one.
Oh, that's really
He had
sweet.
no use for the most powerful one in all of history if it was just going to be a wizard cop.
Huh.
He took his holy wand and transfigured the distinctive death stick into something more common. Cherry wood.
He gave his new cherry one a few times. It worked like wonder. It was ultimate power in his hand.
Harry Potter left the grounds of Hogwarts, never returned in his lifetime.
Alright, can we finish this next part quickly? One of my friends is really bummed out and I need to, talk to him. So,
Yeah. Right.
Let's just eat through this real quick, if that's fine.
Yeah.
April 17th, 2021.
Let's do the warm again.
We just shuffled 2018 to 2021. God damn.
Yep.
Okay.
Once Harry recklessly decided on his improbable plan, he spent the next 3 years preparing. His peak of anger had not diminished in that time. Got some issues, Harry. He had not told the Hogwarts headmaster why the portrait of Albus only moaned in pain now.
You'd think they'd investigate that.
I guess he picked up a few new hobbies. Oh, yes! Harry's anger for all manner of things was without bound.
But inside the anger, Harry's mind was still able to plan to alternatives and to prepare.
His plan could all be for naught, as his plan seemed more than ideation of madman than anything bound in reality. Still, Harry gathered together the elements he needed. He gathered together Voldemort's entire playbook from the First War. This, I'll meta every muggle in existence. Wait. Everything he'd done, everything the minister had done in response.
Exacting biographies and everything known to have played a role on either side of the First Voldemort War. Details where they lived, how they made their money, who they associated with, what battles they were known to have been involved in, and anything else of interest.
Most important were Dumbledore, Voldemort, Severus Snape, and Sybil Trelawney. Okay. The 4 people who had turned a madwoman's utterances into reason to wipe out a young family. I mean, Sybil was shown to sometimes be right. He also studied Malfoy, the Flints, the Crouches, the Fudges, and even the Umbridges. Oh god, he's gonna start torturing people with magically enchanted pins.
He had a detailed treaty?
What?
What's TREATIC? Treaty?
Which one?
He had a detailed treaty.
Detailed. Where? Oh, he had a detailed treatise. Detailed, not detailed.
Treatise on Voldemort's Horcruxes, where they were, what they were, roughly when they'd been created, and how to get at all of them. He listed all known methods of destroying them and a few suspicions on the other methods. Harry wanted to ensure that Voldemort's first fall was his last fall.
His soul has been completely destroyed. He had a detailed timeline of the events of the war. Dates of Wow! Key Wizengamot votes, the dates of key disappearances, battles and raids, the dawn of day Trelawney lapsed into her prophecy, all of it. Harry was going to change everything he possibly could. He had done the same with Muggle World as well, to have a second set of references. He even collated details listing an important detailed lists of important stock and their high and low price points over the decades. All the information could be helpful supporting Harry's plans in financial sense. It was also necessary to use such a thing to ensure he didn't change history too much, just enough.
He had a list of false suspicions, all his hypotheses. He would try to prove or disprove them. He would try to set history all right. He also had 3 journals filled with notes on a theory of time travel and a portion of paradox. He even connected a set of rules to ensure he wouldn't change the timeline. He knew too much so as to destroy the advantage he held against Voldemort.
I mean, if you destroy all of his Horcruxes before the point in which he tried to murder baby you, you won't really have an issue of advantages. What?
Harry Potter's just gone insane, it's fine.
He had a list of all his suspicions, all his hypotheses. He would try to disprove them. He would try to set history all right.
Did I just read that?
Wait, did you? Oh, yes, you did. His plan was insane, audacious, likely to be a spectacular failure, but just bizarre enough to possibly work. I don't think going back in time and fucking with the time stream is really that bizarre a plan when it comes to fiction.
Yeah. Harry's going to send himself back in time on a one-way mission to ensure that no one named Harry Potter ever grew up an orphan. He couldn't have children anymore, couldn't stand the idea of trying to replace James Albus and Lily, or even use his might to bring them back to life. He would just look at their living bodies to remember what she had done to them. No, the past he was considering was what led up to the scar on his forehead, and that graves his parents' love now. He took himself to journey back to any point in which she had been alive.
We still have no explanation of why she did it.
Yep.
He could ensure, however, that his parents lived his childhood was normal and undistinguishable. Undistinguishable from any other.
All it would take was the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility, Harry hoped. No one had ever attempted this sort of thing before, but Harry didn't care. He was nothing in the present. All his mind was focused on the past.
Okay, I'm just gonna say in a world in which time travel was shown to exist, I'm pretty sure that someone would try it already.
I'm pretty sure there's futuristic time wizard cops anyways.
On what might have been. Okay, so that was the end of chapter 1. Jesus fucking Christ.
That was long.
That was painful.
Yeah, very anger-inducing.
Yes, because the writer is... Nah.
Yeah, I gotta go though, so
I'm signing off. Ye-
See ya.